What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Alfonso here, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, if it's your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit that doggone subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Every time I post up new content, I waited a while to do this one because I knew everybody was gonna say what they had to say about the subjects that I'm actually really about. That I'm really gonna be talking about here, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and break this stuff down and actually like really tell y'all what everybody actually really missed. First and foremost, y'all gonna have to excuse my beard if it seems to be a little uneven. I've tried to cut it, but hey, it is what it is. But in other case, so let's talk about doggone Alfonso Ribeiro, aka Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel Air. He's saying that he's not feeling accepted, right? Because he's in a so-called mixed relationship, and he feels like he's not getting accepted by the so-called black community because of who he's actually really married to. Well, first and foremost, y'all already know how I feel about so-called black folks, so-called white folks, and for all of you so-called woke people out there, right? Aren't y'all the ones always saying that we as black people we can produce white folks or so-called white folks? So what is the issue here? Now, 9 times out of 10, Alfonso Ribeiro, he may not know that. Then again, he may know that, right? But for all you so-called woke folk that know this, then for the most part, I really, what, I'm gonna ride with Carlton on this one, right? But to be perfectly honest, we can look at this in so many ways that it's ridiculous, right? We can actually really look at this. You got to be like, okay, well, let's actually like really take a poll on it. They're like say he feels like that he's not being accepted by the black community. Now, how much of the black community? Let's actually really break this down, right? What percentage of so-called black females in the black community that he's not getting this support from versus the percentage of black men, so-called black men, in the same community. I'm almost willing to bet money that the percentage of so-called black women in the so-called black community is a hell of a lot higher than the so-called black men in the same doggone community. Because all what I hear, or all what I've been hearing for the past, I don't know how many years, that every time a black man gets some money, they actually really want to go out and get the white woman, right? Now, not to say that all black women act stupid, because the one that I'm married to in there, hey, best thing that ever happened to me within the past, hell, all of my life, because this is somebody that I've always actually really wanted to be with, right? But in other case, all what I'm saying is this, right? That like saying, but if you actually really look down the course of history, or better yet, let's just say this: some of y'all were actually really happy when President Obama was actually really married to the ultimate white woman, and I'm talking about the United States of America. But everybody was so happy for President Obama because y'all actually really thought that Obama was the first black man, so-called black man, that actually really be married to the ultimate white woman, which is the United States of America. But hey, guess what? We're not talking about the United States of America. We're talking about Alfonso Ribeiro here. So, so again, just like what I said, for all of y'all so-called woke black folks, that'll sit up and holler about that we as black folks can produce white folks, then don't turn around and be like, well, he married a white woman. Wait a minute. We can create them. So what's all of the fuss about? Right? Now, now that I got that out of the way, let's talk about Candace Owens. Right? Now, she's actually like really wanting an apology from the black community. You know, I guess all these folks, they either feel like they not getting supported or they want a doggone apology for the from the so-called black community, right? Again, here are two people, right? First and foremost, y'all don't know y'all damn colors, right? Grown ass people don't know their colors, right? But hey, it is what it is. But her whole deal is about how the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, right, or the Bloods and the Crips at the highest level now, right? How that one actually like really treats you better than the other. When both of them, both the Bloods and the Crips, or as Jesse Ventura said, the Demo Crips and the Republicans, right? They all work up under the same roof. So for the most part, you almost got to ask yourself, well, who's actually like really treating who better? You know, I mean, because I just look at it like this. It's like it's like what the late great Dick Gregory said. Okay, it's the lesser. You got two evils, right? It's just one of them is a less evil than the other one. So either way it goes, you're still getting done a bad deal, right? And then it was something in there about President Trump, you know, talking about well, he wanted to build a wall. Well, guess what? A wall was already over there, right? And it's just for the simple fact, right? Plug this. If people want to get somewhere, and if these are a determined group of people, then guess what? Ain't no wall finna stop them. Ain't no body of water finna stop them. These people are going to get to where they want to go at all costs, right? You know, so again, right? So again, you know, Candace Owens, I mean, trust me. Now, I get where you're going with it, right? But all of these people that are against you, right? Again, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this, but at the same time, right? That's gonna be an apology that you actually really gonna be waiting for. You'll probably be dead or damn near dead before that apology actually really comes to reality. Now, the last piece of business. Governor Cuomo, sexual harassment or sexual harassment in the workplace. Something that's actually really been going on for years. But but listen, my whole thing about this is that once again, you know, I tend to look at this one the same way that I look at the whole Bill Cosby deal, right? Or anybody else that that is in the public eye, right? And they come down for sexual harassment. I tend to look at it like this, especially if it's actually really been going on for some years. Why you wait till now to tell it, right? What was going on that you kept hush hush about? Out of all of the advances that have all of the plans, the programs that have been put in place to actually really to prevent sexual harassment on any level, right? And I can actually really say this because for one, I was in the army, I was the EO rep, and sexual harassment You know, we actually really uh, took sexual harassment seriously. Soldiers come to us with a legitimate case. We went in there and we got them out of there, right? But it's just like what I said, right? You got to be like, okay. So the question you got to ask yourself, okay, well, why you wait? Why wait so long to put this out here now, right? Well, people, it's quite simple. When you're in the system, when you're a part of the system, right? Long as you look like it, long as you do what you told, right? Then everything is peachy, right? But the first time that you actually really go against the grain, right? Then they gonna be like, all right, calm down. You don't do this, right? We gonna start put some stuff out there about you. Then you gonna lose your job. Then we gonna and then we gonna you keep your money, but you're not gonna have that prestige no more, right? And so for the most part, I just look at it like this, right? Whatever it is that Governor Cuomo either did or didn't do, right? Is the main reason why this is that he resigned, or he either resigned or he's being forced to resign, whatever the case may be, right? He done did something that he either did something or he didn't do something, one of the two. And just like I said, all this stuff, these people been, they were like, oh, well, this been going on for years. Okay, so now you want to come out with it? Okay, I got it. So this is what we do. We go down this road again. So all what I'm saying is this, people, right? If somebody sexual harass you, right, then you better tell it right then and there. Don't wait 20 years down the road, because guess what happens? Say, okay, say like if I was in a position of power, right? And then I sexual harass one of the secretaries. Don't wait 20 years after the fact. Hell, I may be dead in 20 years, right? What you gonna do? What? You gonna wait at my funeral, and then you gonna say, well, he sexual harassed me back in uh, 2017, right? He ran his hand up my dress or whatever, and then did like this. Well, you gonna if that's when you gonna tell it? Like really? I mean, I mean, it's almost like, if look, we all grown ups here, people, right? You have to, cause you have to practice what you preach, because for those of us that have kids and grandkids, right? What do we always tell our kids and grandkids? Hey, if somebody touch you, you come tell somebody, right? So guess what? Old Apollos Harris, the crazy uncle, finna tell y'all, hey, guess what? If a grown man touch you in your little special place, I can't believe I can't believe I'm telling this to some grown people, right? But if a grown women, if a grown man touch you in your special place and you don't like him, then you need to go tell somebody. Fellas, if a grown woman touch you in your special place, and if you don't like it, then go tell somebody. Trust me, they will be have they will be dealt with accordingly. Listen, do what Uncle Apollos tell you. Uncle Apollos is not gonna tell y'all nothing wrong. Trust me, right? So I'll, I'll just, but I'm just trying to tell y'all. Y'all want to sit up here and wait. Y'all want to wait 100 years after some stuff that happened, and he was like, "Oh, well, so and so, so and so grabbed my booty," right? I mean, come on now. It don't work like that. Tell that stuff right when it happens. Or unless you liked it right off, and then either he got tired of dealing with you or she got tired of dealing with you. Now you want to tell it all of a sudden. It don't work like that, people. So, hey, with that being said, hey, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your next door neighbor, across the street, round the corner. Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Till next time.